Welcome to the fully reinvented world of air travel. If you're over 60 and planning to fly this year, pay very close attention because almost everything you thought you knew about airports has changed. Over the last 12 months, the airline industry has undergone a sweeping transformation. Every detail of the journey has been redesigned in a way that tests patience, energy, and your wallet. Human customer service is becoming rare as airlines quietly replace frontline agents with digital kiosks that respond in a scripted, emotionless manner. Refund policies have been altered by the Department of Transportation, often making it harder to reclaim your money. And the Transportation Security Administration is rolling out facial recognition cameras at major checkpoints, a move that many travelers find invasive. Carriers have overhauled boarding procedures and seat assignments, creating a system that can feel overwhelming and intimidating if you are not prepared. Airlines rely on one simple assumption. They count on passengers not knowing the new rules. They hope that the flashing screens, impatient crowds, and complex interfaces will make you hand over your credit card for fees that feel unavoidable. In 2026, you cannot simply approach a counter and request assistance as you might have in the past. Human agents are bound by strict protocols, and machines do not provide favors. To receive the support, comfort, and financial savings you deserve, you must learn to speak the language of the airline system and use federally recognized phrases that trigger legal protections. Today, you will learn exactly how to navigate these changes. One of the most powerful tools available to senior travelers is an internal airline code known as MAS, short for Meet and Assist. Most people walk up to a busy counter and ask for directions or help, only to be handed a digital map and told to follow signs. Using MAS is different. It is a formal service request that signals the airline to provide a human escort through the terminal. When booking your flight, whether on the phone or at a counter, clearly state, "I require Meet and Assist services for navigation." This phrase activates the MAS code, which under the Air Carrier Access Act is a federally protected right for passengers who experience cognitive, visual, or sensory impairments. Once activated, the airline is obligated to assign a dedicated guide to accompany you from curb to gate, eliminating confusion and stress. Mobility assistance is another area where many travelers make costly mistakes. Simply saying, "I need a wheelchair" is not enough. Airlines use precise codes for different levels of mobility needs. WCHR indicates that you can walk on your own, but need a wheelchair for long distances in the airport. WCHS is used if you have difficulty with stairs and need a lift or a ramp to board. WCHC is reserved for passengers who cannot walk and require a narrow aisle chair to reach their seat. Knowing which code applies to your situation is essential to ensure the correct equipment and staff are dispatched. This request must be made at least 48 hours before your flight. Calling too late or arriving at the airport without a code can result in long waits and missed flights. When you call, confidently say, "I need to append a special service request code to my passenger name record," and provide the exact four-letter code relevant to your mobility level. Baggage policies have become more aggressive, charging for what was once free. However, medical equipment like CPAP machines, portable oxygen concentrators, or small coolers for temperature-sensitive medications are legally exempt from carry-on fees. If an agent challenges you, state, "This is medically necessary equipment." This simple phrase ensures your medical devices are not counted towards standard limits and protects them from fees. It is critical that these bags contain only medical items. Personal belongings mixed in may not be exempt. Items such as insulin or other medically necessary liquids exceeding the usual TSA limits are also allowed, provided you declare them before screening. Boarding can be chaotic, but seniors have a federally protected right to board before first class or frequent flyer groups. You do not need a wheelchair or doctor's note to claim this. If you have mobility issues, chronic pain, or balance concerns, you're eligible for early boarding. 30 minutes before boarding begins, approach the gate agent and say, "I am requesting pre-boarding due to mobility needs." This phrase ensures you can navigate the jet bridge safely, stow your belongings without competition, and reach your seat calmly. Southwest Airlines, which moved to assigned seating in early 2026, still honors this right, allowing seniors to board safely before the general rush. Family assistance at the gate is still possible, despite common misconceptions. A non-passenger escort pass allows a loved one to accompany you through security and stay with you until the plane departs. Have your companion present a government-issued ID and tell the agent, "I need to request an escort pass to assist a senior passenger to the gate." The airline is legally required to issue a temporary pass, allowing your family member to remain with you, carry bags, or provide comfort while you wait. The new facial recognition systems at TSA checkpoints are optional. Even though many airports now require touchless ID, you have the right to opt out. Walk up to the officer and state, "I am opting out of the facial scan," and request a manual ID check. The officer must comply and verify your ID the traditional way. Keep in mind that physical Real ID compliant licenses are mandatory since the enforcement deadline has passed. On board, airlines have monetized every inch of space. Aisle seats and bulkhead seats can cost extra, But if you need them for medical reasons, you are protected under the Air Carrier Access Act. Call ahead and say, I require an aisle seat as a disability accommodation. The airline must assign a suitable seat without charging an additional fee. This applies to legroom, aisle access, or proximity to lavatories if your medical condition demands it. Flight delays and cancellations are more common than ever. The Department of Transportation now requires airlines to issue cash refunds for domestic flights delayed by 3 hours or international flights delayed by 6 hours, instead of vouchers. While stranded, avoid chaotic lines. Instead, ask, I am a senior traveler with some health needs. Are there comfort accommodations while I wait? This phrase triggers internal protocols that can provide lounge access, quiet areas, or meal vouchers. Finally, airfare pricing algorithms track online behavior to maximize revenue. The phrase senior discount is often absent from websites. To bypass dynamic pricing, call the airline and request an unpublished senior fare. This directs the agent to hidden inventory available only via the phone. Additionally, AARP membership offers guaranteed published discounts with airlines like British Airways, providing substantial savings on domestic and international flights. The modern travel industry is intentionally confusing, exhausting, and expensive. Airlines hope you'll accept middle seats, pay extra baggage fees, and endure long security lines. By understanding internal codes, asserting your rights, requesting medical accommodations, opting out of facial scans, and leveraging hidden senior fares, you regain control. Keeping these phrases and codes written down in your travel documents ensures you are prepared. Sharing this information with older family members or friends can save them stress, money, and physical strain. Airports no longer have to be intimidating. With knowledge and confidence, you can navigate terminals efficiently, maintain comfort, and travel with dignity. Use these strategies to reclaim your power as a senior traveler. Every code, phrase, and procedure is a tool that protects your rights, ensures safety, and reduces costs. Memorize them, carry them, and never hesitate to assert them. Flying in 2026 can still be enjoyable and stress-free when you are fully prepared. Knowing these insider tactics allows you to move to the modern airport confidently, bypass unnecessary fees, and focus on the journey rather than the obstacles. The rule book is finally in your hands. Fly smart, fly safe, and let these strategies work for you.